Hello students, let's do ratio and proportion exercise 10D. This is on page number 119. Question 1. In each of the following, check whether or not the given ratios form a proportion. Now when do two ratios form a proportion? They form a proportion if they are both equal. So we're going to see whether 8 is to 16 and 12 is to 15 are equal. How do we do that? We reduce them to the lowest term. So let's take the first ratio. 8 is to 16. We'll write it as a fraction and we'll reduce it to the lowest term by dividing it by a common factor. So here the common factor is 8. The common factor is 8. So let's see. 8 into what is 8? 8 ones are 8 and 8 twos are 16. So we reduce 8 is to 16 to 1 by 2. Now let's go to the other ratio, 12 by 15. 12 by 15. Let's reduce it to the lowest term. Here we can use 3. We can use 3 to divide both. 3 is a common factor here. So here 3 fours are 12 and 3 fives are 15. So the first ratio we got is 1 by 2 and the second one is 4 by 5. So that means they are not the same. They are not in proportion. So the answer to this question is no. Question is, do they form a proportion? And the answer is no. Question 2. Here we have 6 by 28 and 24 by 42. So we'll do the same thing here also. So let's write down 16 by 28 in the form of a fraction. And now we can reduce this by using a common factor. The common factor here is 4. Since 16 and 28 are both in the tables of 4. So let's do that. 4 fours are 16 and 4 sevens are 28. So we got 4 by 7, or I can also change it in the form of a fraction and write 4 is to 7. Now let's take the second set, 24 by 42. What is a common factor here that can divide both? Can we think of 6? Okay, let's take 6. Let's divide both by 6. 6 fours are 24 and 6 sevens are 42. This can also be written as 4 is to 7. So as you can see, both the ratios are the same. So here we have 4 is to 7 and here also we have 4 is to 7. That means the ratios 16 is to 28 and 24 is to 42 form a proportion. So the answer is yes. Next question, 12 divided by 3 and 8 divided by 4. That is also a ratio. So I'm going to put it in the form of a fraction, 12 by 3. Let's reduce this to the lowest term by dividing both by 3. So let's divide this by 3 and the denominator also by 3. So what do we get? 3 fours are 12 and 3 ones are 3. Or as a ratio it is 4 is to 1. Let's take the other division sum, the 8 by 2. Now divide both by 2. Let's divide both by 2. Now what do we get? We get 2 fours are 8, 2 ones are 2. If I write it as a ratio, it is 4 is to 1. So as you can see, both the ratios are the same. The first one is 4 is to 1. And the second one is also 4 is to 1. So do they form a proportion? Yes, they form a proportion. Question 4. 25 is to 40 and 20 is to 32. Okay, 25 by 40. Let's reduce it to the lowest term by dividing both by 5. And let's see what we get. We get 5 fives are 25 and 5 eights are 40. We can't reduce this further, so the ratio is 5 is to 8. Let's take the next one. 20 by 32. Again, we can divide both these numbers by 4. Let's divide it by 4. Both are in the tables of 4. 4 fives are 20 and 4 eights are 32. If we write it as a ratio, it is 5 is to 8. And now as you can see, the first one is 5:8. The second is also 5:8. So are these two ratios in proportion? Yes, they are in proportion. Question 5. 15/18 and 10/12. Okay, let's reduce it to the lowest term. So 15/18. Now both these are in the tables of 3. So let's divide both by 3. 3 into what is 15? 3 5s are 15 and 3 6s are 18. Now let's take 10/12. 10/12, both are in the tables of 2. So the common factor here is 2. So let's divide both by 2 and see what we get. 2 5s are 10 and 2 6s are 12. So as you can see, both are the same. So even if you write it as a ratio, it will be the same. So do they form a proportion? Yes, these two ratios form a proportion. Question 6. We have 7/8 and 4:16. So let's write them as ratios first. You can write it as 7/8 and 14:16. 7:8, 14:16. So let's take the first one. 7/8 is already in the lowest term. So if I write this as a ratio, it is 7:8. I cannot reduce that further. Let's take the next one. 14/16. The common factor here is 2. I can divide both by 2. Now what do I get? 2 7s are 14 and 2 8s are 16. As the ratio, it is 7:8. So the first one is 7:8 and the second one is also 7:8. So do these two ratios form a proportion? Yes, they form a proportion. Question 2. Find the value of x in each of the following proportions. To find the value of x, we need to apply a particular formula, that is, product of extremes is equal to product of means. Now, which are the extremes? There are 4 terms in this proportion. The first term and the last term are called the extremes. So when I say product of extremes, I mean x into 8. These are the extremes, and product means multiplication. That should be equal to the product of the means. The second and the third term are called the means. So product of that is 4 into 6. So we are trying to find the value of x. So we will leave x on the left hand side as it is. On the right, we will have 4 into 6. We are not making any change. Now 8, which is on the left hand side, I'm going to take it to the right hand side. So as you can see, it is x into 8. It's multiplication. So when I take it to the other side, it becomes division. Now I have 4 into 6/8. I can cancel. Okay, I can cancel a numerator and a denominator. I can cancel 4 and 8. 4 1s are 4. 4 2s are 8. Now I can cancel 2 and 6. 2 1s are 2. 2 3s are 6. So what do we have left in the numerator? 3 1s are 3 and in the denominator 1. So 3/1 is equal to 3. So we have found the value of x to be 3. So that is our answer to this question. X is equal to 3. Question 2. 14:x is equal to 7:9. So here also product of extremes is equal to product of means. So let's multiply these two. 14 into 9. So 14 into 9 is product of extremes. This is equal to product of means, which is x into 7. So now I'm going to find the value of x. So I'll bring x to the left hand side and I will move this whole thing to the right hand side. So it becomes 14 into 9 and 7, which is along with x here. I'm going to take it to this side, so it becomes division. Now let's cancel whatever we can. 7 1s are 7, 7 2s are 14. So now in my numerator, I have 2 into 9. 2 9s are 18. In my denominator, I have 1. 18 by 1 is equal to 18. So I have found the value of x in this question to be equal to 18. So this is my answer. X is equal to 18. Question 3. 4 is to 6 equals x is to 18. Product of extremes equals product of means. So 4 into 18 is the extremes equals product of means is 6 into x. So x equals 4 into 18 divided by 6. Now let's cancel. 6 ones are 6, 6 threes are 18, 4 threes are 12, and in the denominator we have 1. 12 by 1 is 12. So x here is equal to 12. The value of x is 12. Question 4. 8 is to 10 equals x is to 25. Product of extremes equals product of means. So 8 into 25 is the extremes equals 10 into x. So x will be equal to 8 into 25 divided by 10. Now we can use 5 to cancel 10 and 25. 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25. I can cancel again 2 and 8. 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8. Now let's see what's left in the numerators. 4 into 5, 4 5s are 20 by 1, which is equal to 20 itself. So x here is equal to 20. The value of x is 20. Question 5. 5 is to 15 equals 4 is to x. So product of extremes again, that is 5 and x, and this should be equal to 15 into 14. Product of extremes 5 into x is equal to 15 into 4. So x is equal to 15 into 4, and I take the 5 to the right hand side, make a division. Now I can cancel 5 and 15. 5 ones are 5 and 5 threes are 15. Multiply the numerators. 3 fours are 12 by 1, which is 12. So the value of x here is 12. This is my answer. Question 6. 16 is to 24 equals 6 is to x. Product of extremes equals product of means. Extremes are 16 and x, and means are 24 into 6. So x is equal to 24 into 6. I take 16 to the other side, it comes to the denominator. Now I can cancel using 8. Let me cancel using 8. 8 2s are 16, 8 3s are 24. I can cancel again. I can cancel 2 and 6. 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. So my numerator will be 3 3s are 9 and my denominator is 1. 9 by 1 equals 9. So the value of x here is 9. So this is my answer. Question 3. Find the value of x so that the given four numbers are in proportion. Again, let's do that. Product of extremes equal product of means. Extremes will be x into 15. That is equal to product of means is 6 into 10. So we leave x here. On the other side we have 6 into 10, and I take 15 to the other side. Question 3. Find the value of x so that the given four numbers are in proportion. X, 6, 10 and 15. We apply the same formula. But before that, first let's put them as two ratios. So I will write this as x is to 6. The first two numbers form the first ratio, and since they are a proportion, they should be equal. So 10 is to 15. So first you make them two different ratios. Okay, now let's continue. Product of extremes will be x and 15. X into 15 equals product of means, that is 6 into 10. So we continue just like the previous sum. X is equal to 6 into 10 divided by 15. So cancel what you can. Let's cancel 10 and 15 by 5. 5 2s are 10. 5 3s are 15. I can cancel 3 and 6 by 3. 3 1s are 3. 3 2s are 6. Now let's multiply the numerators. 2 2s are 4. Denominators 1. So finally I get 4 by 1, which is 4. So x is equal to 4. The value of x we have found is 4. Question 2. X, 4, 15 and 30. So first let's write them as two ratios. So that will be x is to 4 is equal to 15 is to 30. We take the first two numbers to be the first ratio and the next two numbers to be the next ratio. Now product of extremes is equal to product of means. Extremes are x and 30. So x into 30 should be equal to the means, which is 4 into 15. 4 into 15. So let's find x. 4 into 15. Now 30, which is multiplication, I'll make it division. Cancel. 15 ones are 15. 15 twos are 30. I can cancel 2 and 4. 2 ones are 2. 2 twos are 4. So in my numerator, I have 2 ones are 2. Denominators 1. 2 by 1 is 2. So x is equal to 2. So the answer to this question, x is equal to 2. Question 3. 2x, 10 and 25. Let's make them two ratios. 2 is to x is equal to 10 is to 25. Product of extremes equals product of means. So that is 2 into 25 equals x into 10. So to find x, I'll bring it to the left hand side. 2 into 25 from the left, I'll move it to the right. So it becomes 2 into 25 and 10 becomes division. Now let's cancel. Can I cancel 2 and 10? Yes, 2 ones are 2, 2 fives are 10. Now I can cancel 5 and 25. 5 ones are 5, 5 fives are 25. So what do I have in my numerator? 5 ones are 5, denominator is 1, 5 by 1 is 5. So x is equal to 5. So my answer here is x is equal to 5. Question 4. 4x, 6 and 18 have been given to us. First, let's get the ratios. 4 is to x is equal to 6 is to 18. Now, product of extremes is equal to product of means. Extremes are 4 and 18 and the means are x and 6. Now, let's find x. From the left hand side, I have 4 and 18. I'll move it to the right hand side. Now 6, I'm going to make it division. Cancel. I can cancel 6 and 18 by 6 itself. 6 ones are 6 and 6 threes are 18. Now there's nothing more to cancel, so I'll multiply. Numerators 4 threes are 12 and denominator is 1. 12 by 1 is 12. So x is equal to 12. The value of x in this question, x is equal to 12. Question 5. 9, 12, x and 8. So let's get our ratios first. 9 is to 12 is equal to x is to 8. Product of extremes equals product of means. The extremes are 9 into 8 and the means are 12 into x. So to find x, I'll take it to the left side. 9 into 8, I'll move it to the right and I'll put 12 as my division. Now let's cancel. I can cancel 8 and 12 by 4. 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12. I can cancel 3 and 9. 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9. Now let's multiply. In the numerator I have 3 2s are 6 and in the denominator I have 1. So that is 6 by 1. 6 by 1 is equal to 6. So I found x is equal to 6. So answer to question 5 is 6. Question 6. 4, 10, 36 and x. So let's get our fraction ratios. 4 is to 10 is equal to 36 is to x. Product of extremes equals product of means. So 4 into x equals 10 into 36. Let's find the value of x. 10 into 36. I bring 4 to the side and make a division. Now let's cancel. 4 1s are 4, 4 9s are 36. Let's multiply the numerators. 10 9s are 90 by 1. 90 by 1 is 90. So x, in this question, the value of x is 90. So that's our answer. Question 4. The first, second and fourth terms of a proportion are 6, 18 and 75 respectively. We have to find the third term. Okay, so what is the first term? First term will be 6. Second term is 18 given in the question to us. Third term we don't know, so that is x. And the fourth term is 75. Okay, so we have 6, 18, x and 75. So we need to make a ratio out of this. So it will be 6 is to 18 equals x is to 75. We have put equals because the question says they are a proportion. That means the two ratios are equal. Now we need to find the value of x. Product of extremes equals product of means. The extremes are 6 into 75 and the means are 18 into x. So to find x, I'll put 6 into 75 and I'm going to divide this by 18. Let me cancel. I can cancel 6 and 18 by 6 itself. 6 1s are 6, 6 3s are 18. Now I can cancel 3 and 75. I can divide 75 by 3. So let's do that. 75 divided by 3. 3 2s are 6 minus 1. I bring down 5, 15. 3 5s are 15. So that means 3 into 25 is 75. So let's cancel. 3 1s are 3 and 3 25s are 75. Now what do I have in my numerator? 25, 1s are 25, denominator is 1. 25 by 1 is 25. So I have found the third term. We said third term is x, isn't it? So we found x, that means the third term is 25. So we have found our answer. The third term is 25. Question 5. Find the second term of the proportion whose first, third and fourth terms are given. So what is the first term here given to us? The first term is 9. The second term we are asked to find. It says find the second term. So let's write x there. The third term is 8 and the fourth term is 24. So first we write down the terms, then we make them ratios. The first and the second term make the first ratio, so 9 is to x, and this is equal to the third and the fourth terms, 8 is to 24. So we've got our ratios. Now product of extremes equals product of means. Extremes are 9 into 24 and means will be x into 8. So let's find x. 9 into 24 divided by 8. Now let me cancel 8 and 24. 8 1s are 8, 8 3s are 24. Nothing more to cancel. Let's multiply our numerators. 9 3s are 27, denominator is 1, 27 by 1 is 27. So we have found the second term. We have been asked to find the second term, and we said second term is x, and we just found x. Second term is 27. Question 6. Find the fourth term. This time you must find the fourth term. So what's the first term given to us? 18. Second term is 27. Third term is 32. And the fourth term is x. Okay, so this time x is the fourth term. Now product of first the ratios. Yes, the ratios first. 18 is to 27 equals 32 is to x. Now we write product of extremes equals product of means. Extremes are 18 into x and means will be 27 into 32. Now let's find x. 27 into 32 divided by 18. Now we can cancel 18 and 27. We can cancel it by 3. So let's do that first. 3 6s are 18 and 3 9s are 27. We can cancel 6 and 9 again by 3. 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9. Now I still can cancel 2 and 32. 2 into 16 is 32. So 2 ones are 2 and this is 16. Now what do we have left in our numerators? 16 into 3. 16 threes are 48. And in the denominator we have 1. 48 by 1 is 48. So now we have found our fourth term. Our fourth term we wrote it as x, and x we just found out is 48. Okay children, so we have completed up to the sixth sum. In our next video we will continue with the other sums. Thank you children.